How's it going, Jack Tackers, and welcome back to another video for you guys. Today I'm going to be doing my review for Lucky Hank Season 1, Episode 5, which was titled The Clock. And overall, I got to be honest with you guys, this was my favorite episode of the show so far. And it kind of blew me away a little bit, especially towards the end. And I was not expecting to get this kind of episode, but I really enjoyed it, and it's a little bit of a different kind of episode because it takes place primarily in one location, and we don't get to see any of Railton College in this episode. We only get to see Hank and Lily's house, and basically they're having this dinner party with the faculty, and yeah, they're just kind of getting together in this episode, and it's pretty much like everyone is a part of this party. We have Teddy, June, Gracie, Tony, Paul, and his wife, and is that it? Oh, Emma. And yeah, there's it's the whole faculty here, but this was a very different kind of episode because we got a little peek behind the curtain of Hank's character, and we really get to see more of his backstory and more of his complexities, and it really was a sad episode, actually. We'll talk about that a little more, but basically, at the start of this episode, we do kind of find out Lily gets the job at the school in New York. And she says she has too many obstacles in her life at the moment, and she isn't going to be taking it. And then when everyone else at this party finds out that she isn't going to be taking the job, they're like, wait, why isn't she going to take it? And everyone's kind of confused. And I think a large part of the reason everyone kind of wants Lily to take the job is, of course, because we find out that that would mean Hank would have to go to New York with Lily and wouldn't be chair anymore. And, you know, everyone wants to be chair, yada, yada, yada. It's kind of like Succession. Everyone wants to be at the top of the company, and everyone wants to be the chair in this show. It's kind of funny, though. But yeah, then we find out Lily hasn't told Hank about the kiss that Tom kissed her back in New York. Although she does end up admitting that obviously she was kissed by Tom because Hank finds the text that Tom was kind of texting Lily, and it was pretty funny because I'm surprised Hank actually knew her phone password. I was not expecting that, but Hank's just a goat. He knows how to break into people's phones. Of course, it was just his wife's phone. Maybe it's not that big of a deal, but I don't know. I thought it was kind of interesting. Although there is still a secret, I believe, in Hank and Lily's marriage, because Hank went to jail at the end of the last episode, and I'm pretty sure Hank hasn't told Lily about his experience in jail and that he went to jail, which is interesting, but I thought it was kind of funny. At the beginning of the episode, there's kind of two secrets going on, but then, Hank figures out something was, going on between Lily and Tom, and then Lily basically admits to it. And yeah, I just thought that was funny. But yeah, I don't think Hank told Lily that he went to jail. I'm pretty sure he didn't. Another funny moment in this episode, though, Tony flirting with June and believing that they have an open marriage because Emma told him that they did have an open marriage, which I don't know if that's actually true. I don't know if Tony or Teddy and June were just kind of playing along and pretending that they had an open marriage. Maybe they actually do, though, but it was still hilarious. And the hiking conversation. Tony, Diedrich Bader, the actor who plays Tony, is just so great in the show. So hilarious. Without a doubt, one of the highlights of the episode for me. Oh my gosh. But yeah, then at the dinner table, they're all talking about who's going to be the new chair if Hank moves to New York with Lily. And Hank's like, I'm not moving to New York. I'm going to stay right here. My life's here. I'm not going anywhere. But then the sad part of the episode comes into play, and we get a little more, again, peek behind the curtain of Hank's character. Throughout the episode, we kind of get these flashbacks of him in his dad's office. Now, we already did kind of see brief flashbacks of him in his dad's office throughout the show already, and obviously the clock that he really enjoys, and the clock comes in that storage container that his dad dropped off at his house. And, okay, before we get into the sad stuff, we'll talk about that funny moment where he needs to bring the clock inside the house, but it's so heavy, And then he asks Teddy to do it, but Teddy doesn't want to like strain his arm or something. And then eventually he does get Tony to do it, but it was very funny that like he needed multiple people to kind of help bring in the clock. But that was funny. And yeah, the episode overall was very funny, but yeah, the sad stuff. We find out Hank basically has abandonment issues, and he doesn't want to leave Railton because of his dad. Um, his the kind of trauma with his dad, to be honest, because I guess he didn't really have the best relationship with his dad, and now he thinks Lily wants to leave him, and then he starts crying. And Bob Odenkirk, man, broke my damn heart. It was sad, and then we find out again another flashback that young Hank Devereaux actually attempted to hang himself. And that was really dark. I'll tell you that much. It was really dark and depressing because I guess he thought his dad was leaving him. And I guess maybe he thought life was kind of pointless because his dad wasn't going to really be a part of his life anymore or something like that. And then the even sadder part is that when his suicide attempt fails, his dad walks in, doesn't really say anything, and instead just gets his mother to help with the situation. And wow, that is just dreary. I'll tell you that much. And yeah, so Hank starts crying at the dinner table, and then everyone just kind of leaves. And I'll admit, at one point I was thinking, is Hank actually crying, or is he just kind of putting on a show to get everyone to leave, or what's going on? No, I think he was actually crying, because then we see him outside on the porch, the back deck, whatever you want to call it. And he was actually crying. It was sad. And I really love that we get to see more of the complexities with Hank's character. And it was really, really well executed, this episode, in my opinion. And I really liked all the kind of title cards that they would show throughout the episode. I don't know if they're really title cards, but it kind of reminded me of The Menu, if you've ever seen that movie. And yeah, I think it was a really well executed episode overall, and really well written. And I'm just loving this show so far. And I wish more people watched this series. I really do, because it's great. But yeah, let me hear your thoughts on the episode down in the comments below. What did you guys think about it? I know some people were saying it was a really good episode as well. And yeah, so I'm just I'm so excited for more of this series, and I'm loving it. But yeah, that's just kind of my brief thoughts. I loved it, and man, yeah, just wish more people watched this show. But let me hear your thoughts down in the comments below. If you liked this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Check out my Letterboxd and my Twitter in the description below. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.